Welcome students, another class of chemistry. This will be our third chapter. First we finished matter. Second one was you have done the change, physical and chemical change, the previous class we had. And now the third chapter, separation of substances. Okay, the two main words here, one is separation and the other one is the substance. We have to first get into these two words. Substance, what is a substance? We have studied about matter, all the different types of the materials, the matter, that is called the substance. Substance means the different things around us that makes the matter, whether it can be solid or liquid or gas, that makes a substance. And what is the meaning of the word separation? Separation means what? Isolation. Now, which substance can be separated? If there is only one pure substance which has got nothing mixed in it, do we need to separate or can we separate them? No. Separation word will come into action only when there are more than one substance. Clear? So if it is a single substance, we talk about the matter. So any example you can take oxygen gas, you can take carbon dioxide gas, you can take water. These are all matter, different states of the matter, liquid state I'm talking about, and the gaseous state. Now, separation will come when it has got more than two substances. But if the matter is made out of only one type, that is called the pure substance, and we don't need to separate them. Now when I talk about the made out of one type of particles, remember we did, I'll recapitulate the two words you had learned in your previous class, first class. One is the atom, the other is molecule. You have to get very clear idea about these two to understand. Molecules are the smallest particle. For both of them we say smallest particle. Molecules are also smallest particle, and for atom also we say the smallest particle of any matter. Any matter. Now, then what is the difference between the two? Molecules can exist by themselves. We say the matter, any substance is made out of the molecule. The tiniest particle which can exist by itself is called the molecule. Then what about the atom? I'm saying that these are also smaller particles. Atoms are also smallest particles, but they may not exist by themselves. Normally atoms may or may not, get it very clear, either yes or no, may or may not exist by themselves. And atoms will make the molecules. So what is the difference? How can we say the difference, understand the difference? Let's take oxygen gas. You have done the symbols. What is the symbol of oxygen gas? O. This represents one atom. O, only O, which is a symbol of oxygen, it shows one atom of oxygen. But one atom of oxygen cannot exist. It cannot we don't get one atom independently. What happens to make oxygen gas, to make the oxygen, the matter, the substance? Always two atoms are needed. So the formula of oxygen is O2. This means one molecule. This is one molecule of oxygen, this is one atom of oxygen. Do you get the difference? Atom may exist, may not exist. When I say may exist, for example, let's take calcium. The symbol of calcium is Ca, which shows one atom of calcium. But the formula of calcium is also Ca. What does it mean? That means one atom is making one molecule. Are you getting it clear? One atom makes one molecule, so we haven't shown any number of atoms here. But those formulae where we represent with the number of atoms, it means that single atom of those substances do not exist. They are the smallest particle, but they do not exist. They combine. They can combine in any number. They may 2, 3, 4, any number. So, and they make one molecule. And when we talk about substances, we say substances are made out of the molecules. Further, when we clarify it, we go into detail, we say molecules are made out of the atoms. But when you talk about the matter, we say whether it is solid or liquid or gas, they are all made out of the molecules. Now, molecules, just as I said, molecules are made out of atoms. Now, interestingly, I'll give you 4 examples. Let's take, what is this? One molecule of hydrogen, whereas H is the symbol or one atom of hydrogen. I write O2. This is also oxygen, 2 atoms. But if I make it O3, that means one molecule is made out of how many atoms? 3 atoms. This is ozone. 3 atoms making one molecule. Phosphorus, I write P4. What does it mean? It means 4 atoms will make one molecule. I write S8. What does it mean? S is the symbol for sulfur. That means 8 atoms will make one molecule. So do you get the difference between the two? That means sulfur exists as this, ozone exists as O3. Ozone does not exist as O. Hydrogen doesn't exist as H. The molecule, it needs 2 atoms to complete one molecular structure. Clear? So that is the basic, you can say, the understanding the part of the substance. When we talk now onwards, now we will be using quite a lot of formulae also, so it should be clear to you. So now we can say the substances are those which are made out of the molecules. Now depends, molecules made out of one type of molecules or 2 types of, I'm not talking about the number, I'm talking about different types. 1 type, 2 types, 3 types. So depends on that, the matter or the substances can be classified into different parts. What are the different parts? Elements, compounds, and mixtures. Elements, now all are substances, all are made out of molecules, the smallest particle. Now how do we differentiate between them? What are elements? All the elements, they are made out of similar, each element is made out of identical molecules. They are uniform in structure, they are uniform in properties. For example, you take the pure oxygen gas, I'm talking about not the mixture, pure oxygen gas, or you take about the pure metal, any metal, or even for that sake you take the pure, say water, distilled water. Now you take water from your school, you take water from the city, you take water from the another country also, but the pure water will always have the same composition and same properties. Clear? So pure substance, get it very clear. Pure substance means those substances which are made out of the identical properties, which have identical properties and made out of same type of molecules. So if you take elements, oxygen gas, pure oxygen from Gorakhpur, pure oxygen from America, pure oxygen from England, wherever you take it, the composition and the property will always be same. So if they are same and if they are made out of only one type of the molecule, suppose they are made out of only one type of molecules, can you apply, if you made out of only one type of molecule, can you apply the term separation there? Can you apply the term separation there? No. Separation will come into action when more than 2 substances are there together. Clear? That too you have done physical and chemical change, that there are some substances where we call them mixtures. They are mixed up in any amount. You take little bit of sand, little bit of sugar, little bit of salt and mix them together. You get a mix. Elements, 2 points I'll write here. pure. Whenever I say the word pure, pure means nothing except that original substance, nothing else is there. Second one, made out of identical molecules. Made out of identical molecules. What does it mean? That means no matter from whichever part of the world you pick up any substance in its purest form, it will always have the same uniform composition and same uniform properties. Right? So that makes the elements. Now what about the compounds? From the name on you can make out, compounds means they are not so simple, they are together. It means here two or more substances. Either it can be two or it can be more than two. When I won't say substances, I would rather say elements, because this is the basic unit of any matter. Now two or more elements, when they combine together, but there is a condition. What is the condition? They combine. First is chemically and by, very important point, definite proportion by weight. Definite proportion by weight. Now what does it mean? Now compound means it will have more than one element. Right. Let's take the simple example. Water. What are the two elements present in water? One is hydrogen, the other one is oxygen. Forget about the number. Now let's concentrate on the two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen has got its own properties, its own type of molecules. Oxygen has got its own type of molecules and the properties. But when they have combined together, chemically, remember chemical change, previous class we did. Chemical change means original substances, when they combine together, they make a completely new substance with new setup of properties, new composition. That means hydrogen by itself is one pure substance element. Oxygen by itself is another pure substance element. When they combine chemically, by chemical change, they make water, and this water is completely different in structure and in property, in the composition and its property from hydrogen and oxygen. So when two or more elements, I'll give you one example, C6H12O6. You have done it in photosynthesis. They are all interrelated. How many elements are there? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, more than two. So either two or more than two pure substances, elements combining together. How they are combining? Chemically. Chemical combination means what? Completely the composition will change, and by definite proportion of weight. What do you mean by definite proportion of weight? Like take it here. That means whenever there is water, it will always be two atoms of hydrogen with one of oxygen. You cannot write the formula of water as hydrogen and oxygen. You cannot write the formula of water as HO2. These are all wrong. Why? Because the water, the compound is made by a chemical change, by definite proportion of weight of combination of two atoms of hydrogen with one atom of oxygen. Same way you take carbon dioxide. One atom of carbon combines with two atoms of oxygen. This is the definite proportion. In no other proportion, even if they combine, it will not be carbon dioxide. Clear? So compounds are also pure substances. Pure substance, pure substance. What is the difference? Made out of only one type of molecules. Identical molecules, composition and property will be fixed. Compounds made out of two or more substances, elements, chemically combined by definite proportion of weight, and a new substance with new composition, new properties will be formed. And the last part, the mixture, no chemical change. Just you pick up any 2-3 different substances, just mix them together and you get a mixture. Clear? So you get the basic about element compound mixture and you learn about atom and molecule for this much today. Next day we'll continue with this. Okay?